immediately.
Will you join us?
Hi there gamers, welcome to Gaming This Week on mygameslounge.com. I'm Respawn Roscoe with the MGL mix for you today. We've got lots of videos going on. As ever on a Monday, you've got Gaming This Week here, where I'm going to look through all the big releases of this week and some of the little ones too. We've got the indie games update on there, so you can check out some of the cool indie games we've been playing or just seen around the internet, some cool stuff on there. And as well as that, we've got Respawn Rants, which is me talking about Halo, a game that I've missed, as well as a reply to someone who spoke about our video in a very nice way, which was cool. And lastly, we've got In the News, which goes through all the big stories that's been on in the news, and I just have a chat through all the things that have been going on and what we think of them and how it thinks it's going for the gaming industry. But you'll be interested in what you're going to be doing this week, gamers. And as we come to the end of October and the beginnings of November, be ready to set yourself some holiday aside from work, some poorly sick days from school, as long as you're old enough to play the game, of course. And yeah, just get ready to kind of maybe buy the missus something that gets her out of the house for a few hours. I got mine a spa day, which is going to be quite a fun day for me. It was an expense, but it's worth it. So this week you're going to be mainly dominated by Assassin's Creed Syndicate. This is cool for me because it's set in the UK. It's down south from me, and if you're not from the UK, we tend not to be too friendly with our people from down south, at least on paper. We have all this resentment about the southern fairies and us northern monkeys. So, but no, it's really cool that it's coming to the UK, and it's set in a really great time, the Industrial Revolution, with lots of different England-y type themes to it, which I like. I like the fact it's a bit more brutal. I like the fact that there's this kind of hand-to-hand, knuckle-dustery combat that seems to go through it. The gangs of London in this time where, you know, that's what it was like. And I do think they have a lot of good tools to work with to make this a good Assassin's Creed game. Now, you could say that about all the Assassin's Creed games. They have lots of tools they can work with to make good games. They don't always do it. They do fluctuate between being okay to being very, very good. So let's just hope this one lives up to the toolkit that it's got, shall we say. There's a lot of things in London, and there's a lot of history there, that they can make this one of the best Assassin's Creed games. Let's just hope when it comes to release, this is exactly what we get, and we're not left disappointed, and we don't want an Assassin's Creed 3 situation. We want to really care about these characters. And the good thing is for me, although I would like to see one set around a female character in its entirety, but it is good that they've decided to split up the protagonists to, you know, the Jacob and Evie, and you can play as both of those characters. I like the fact that there's a female in it. It adds that you can play. Obviously there are females in Assassin's Creed, but it's good that there's one you can take control of and you can play as in the main Assassin's Creed game rather than a spin-off. So that's a good step forward, and let's see just how it turns out. That's out on Friday the 23rd, and looking forward to it. As soon as Ubisoft are in contact with the game, we'll be on it and playing it and giving some impressions and the review as quickly as possible. Although obviously, as you well know on mygameslounge.com, what we think of a game as a review we take seriously, and we don't release it until we're fully comfortable with our score. So I will put out some stuff on Assassin's Creed this week, though, I'm sure. Now, if you're not necessarily into Assassin's Creed and music's more your thing, Guitar Hero Live's another one that's coming out this week. Again, I think it's an Activision game, this one, and we're looking forward to seeing some more sing-along stuff. Guitar Hero was at EGX, and it was cool. They had a really nice big speaker thing on display. It was good, it was fun. They had some people showing off with what their abilities were. I'm not so great at Guitar Hero, so that won't be me. It's looking really quite cool. We haven't covered too much of it on mygameslounge.com, but we have got a few little bits of information, and there's quite a lot of music that you can get in this game. It seems like it's a nice step forward for the series. There's quite a lot of stuff, and there's quite a lot of integration between some online facilities as well. What I'll do, I'll put some details in the text just to say exactly all the things that's been going on with Guitar Hero. But it looks cool, and it'll be a bit of fun. I can see that Lenny Kravitz has got involved with the marketing for it as well, which will be kind of fun. But yeah, keep an eye out. If you're not into your Assassin's Creed, you've got that to look forward to. What else is there coming out this week? Well, on the PlayStation 4, Primal Carnage is coming out. And that looks like it could be an interesting one. I'm not sure if that's coming out on PC at the same time as well, or if it's already released. But yes, dinosaurs, gamers. So this game plays out like a first-person shooter, and it's online. So you basically in groups of people taking on bloodthirsty dinosaurs. There's some quite cool specialization classes that you can choose from. You can survive the island as one of 5 distinct human classes. You've got special abilities that help you team out. There's lots of different modes. So you've got team deathmatch. You've got get to the chopper. Fantastic. It deserves buying just for doing an Arnie reference. As well as survival mode as well. It looks like it seems like it's an indie game type development, but it looks like it could be a bit of fun. So that might be one to keep an eye out on, gamers. That could be interesting. There's also Rebel Galaxy, which is a game we've just received, and looking forward to having a go at this. Rebel Galaxy is like a space battles game. Obviously, people have been enjoying Elite Dangerous, and it seems to be bringing back this kind of idea that, you know, space and shooting things in space is fun. Maybe the whole hype around No Man's Sky is actually helping this develop as well, because I remember playing Colony Wars back on the PlayStation 1 and absolutely loving it. So I'm looking forward to having a go of Rebel Galaxy myself. That's released on the 20th, which is going to be Tuesday. So if you listen to this on the Monday when this video goes out, then that will be tomorrow from your perspective, guys. As well as that, we've got the finale to Tales from the Borderlands coming up this week from Telltale Games. Telltale have been very, very busy. They tend to be towards the end of the year. So we just had the launch of the new Minecraft story mode, which is cool. We've been playing that. The review will be out next week. And Tales from the Borderlands, the final episode. Looking forward to that because they've been fun. Tales of the Borderlands have really been fun. I mean, they've captured that kind of Gearbox fun world and done a really good job with it. So that's there for you. The other one to watch out for, I think, is going to be Warhammer Times Vermintide, if I've said that right. That looks good. It was at EGX, and I only got to play a little bit due to appointments. But looking to get a hold of that and get some impressions from it. But that looks a really, really cool game. Now, the game's getting really high ratings on Steam. It's coming in at a 9 average on Steam, which is cool. And it's described as a cooperative action first-person shooter and melee combat adventure. It's a very long-winded description. Set in end times of the iconic Warhammer fantasy world. I'm not a huge Warhammer fan, I've got to be honest. Played a few like board games back when I had time to do so, but it's not my thing hugely. But the game itself looks pretty cool. You've got a few features in there. You've got cooperative survival for up to 4 players. You can play as 5 unique different heroes, different characters that are all a bit quirky and a bit different. You've got a big hero arsenal. They've all got their unique weapons and things. There's 13 levels on the ground in buildings, walls underground. It looks cool. It looks like they've really put some effort into this, the developers. They were in contact with us. It's Fat Shark, the developer and publisher. So it's a full indie game feel to it, but it looks pretty well made. And I like the fact that the melee combat kind of comes into it, and it seems really like bloody and gutsy and violent, which is, you know, we all love a bit of that, don't we, gamers? It's great. So yeah, those are the ones to watch out for this week. I apologise to any of the ones that I've missed, but if we do see any others that we do think might be worth your time, it's certainly worth checking out. When it comes to next week, we've got some cool stuff coming up next week as well, including Halo, Divinity Original Sin, and the remake of Darksiders 2, which is going to be cool. So keep yourself on mygameslounge.com this week for all the big release coverage, for all the things that we're going to be doing. There's lots of things to do with Assassin's Creed that's going to be going on. We've got the launch of the MGL Lowdown on Tuesday, which is tomorrow as you're listening to this, if you're seeing it on Monday, the day it's launched. So check that out. It's a full rundown of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Looking forward to that one going out there. And there'll be some impressions on Rebel Galaxy and some of the big RPGs that have gone on as well. We've been playing Tales of Zestiria and we've been playing Dragon Quest Heroes. I've been on that one. That's really, really cool. As well as, I can never say it properly, so I won't try. The other big RPG, JRPG, Desegria 5. Well, I've said it now, and I look like an idiot because I've probably said it wrong. But yeah, thank you for joining me on Gaming This Week, gamers. Lots of stuff coming up on My Games Lounge. I will see you there.